What's good, YouTube? Your boy DB is back with another Splinterlands video, and it's been a pretty big week actually. Along with the town hall, which I'll cover, there's a few other tidbits of news that were pretty exciting that have all gone out as of late, and it looks really good in regards to SPS as well, which has been rising nicely in spite of the market not doing so. Like Bitcoin has not really shifted anywhere, but SPS is climbing, which is nice and promising. I've always felt that GameFi is one of those areas that has a unique strength to it, because while the rest of the market is tech based, and a lot of the time the tech isn't really moving, it's just the supply and demand sentiment that's shifting the values. Gamers play games regardless of the economy, so I always feel that it's one of those huge benefits that us as players in the likes of Splinterlands have. So very promising to see that. Let's hop over to the town hall. I was hoping to cover this before the weekend, but things were a little bit too hectic, so I didn't have a chance to. So some of the tidbits to really pick here is just really the update to the reward system that's going on right now, and things are starting to roll out so that the bots aren't the ones really benefiting. Oh my god, I can't speak. Benefiting. There we go. I get there eventually. Benefiting from this, and to really help incentivize climbing up the leagues. And this is something I've been talking about in my videos for a while. Anyone that's been watching me for more than a week knows this. You know, I've been talking about how it frustrates me that the whales and the veteran players will sit in the lower leagues and take those top spots. It really prevents the lower league players really figuring out how good they are in comparison to people in their leagues. You know, that they're there with the large advantage with these cards that newer players won't have access to. You know, I'm a fairly newer player. I came in just before Chaos Legion dropped. You know, the starter cards at the time were Beta and Untamed. I've been playing since back then, and you know, it was a little bit kind of I don't know what I'm really looking for, but I suppose I was a little bit frustrated with the fact that there were people with like alpha and promos and beta cards that were all super expensive and out of the realms of the average person being able to afford, hogging up the bronze league when they've got like 1 million card power and stuff. So I'm really happy to see the rewards are going to incentivize players to move up where they should be, which I think is something that is needed to happen for a long time, because new players coming into the game, they're coming in, they're buying a few packs, they're getting their power up, they can play there in bronze, and then they got no chance of finishing anywhere near the top 50. And it kind of just takes away the incentive to play a little bit more. You kind of just knock out your daily quest and you're done, because you can't compete with those players. That's going to change now, hopefully, because people are going to get less rewards, so they're going to have to move up if they really want to be kind of getting bang for their buck for their investment, and that's a good thing to see. As we know, starter cards are going to reduce the amount of DEC that you're earning per battle. I mean, that's not a massive thing for somebody like me anyway, that doesn't really care too much about the play to earn aspect. It's quite small anyway in the lower leagues. I like the play to own aspect of the game. I like to own my cards and have the opportunity to flip them. But that said, I have been picking some of these up. I did pick up a Living Lava before all this started kicking off, just because I liked the card. I'm a big fire player. I think fire is one of the best splinters in that early novice, bronze, silver area. And I'm a silver 2 player, so I've long relied on my fire, and Living Lava is a card that I like, so I've owned that for a bit. I actually held on to it despite the fact that it mooned recently when everyone started panic buying. Probably should have sold it in hindsight, because I could have picked it back up for like $7 and sold it at 30, but there was no, it's one of those things, there's no guarantees in crypto. There's no guarantees in anything where there's a market. It's supply and demand. For all I knew, I could have sold it at 30, and it went up to 50. I mean, I remember when Bulldog was flipping Yodins for $30, and I mean, get one of those right now for $30, you'd be lucky, and unless your buddy owes you an awful lot of money. So yeah, I suspect we will further see this continue to climb. It spiked and it dipped, Prices have started to settle again. They're still higher than where they were on those starter cards, but I do expect it will climb back up once again, particularly when the bot players realize, you know, what kind of effect it will have on their rewards. The reward values will increase drastically. Yeah, we've already touched on this anyway. Playing 30 battles a day, 30 plus will allow you to maximize your rewards, keeps your capture rate at a reasonable value, and it says playing more than this will lower your capture rate, which will reduce your reward shares and your DEC rewards. Now I know obviously it's always reduced DEC the longer you play. The reward shares thing is something I expressed a little bit of concern about in my guild server, but Bulldog said it's not really an issue. That shouldn't really affect anything. And obviously he's on the inside of this. He's the community manager of Splinterlands, so I won't panic too much about that aspect. As I said, don't really care about the DEC aspect. I'm only like, what, 2 or 3 a battle. And now that it's so low in value anyway, it's down to where it's supposed to be. In line with credits, it doesn't really matter to me. But I'll stay on the fence for that one, and I'll wait and see quite how it does affect the reward shares. That said, 30 plus battles, unless you're a streamer, you're not really going to do that anyway, I suspect. A day, that's quite a few. We've got new changes to encourage players to play every day. So it's reduced with every battle, win or lose. We already know that. So yeah, I didn't really see a new change there. Most players play 1 or 2 days and stop a high rating. Yeah, I suppose that's probably going to be a bit of a change. I do see that sometimes. I wouldn't say all the time, because people want their daily quests anyway. I mean, I've pulled, what, about 9 packs so far since they brought those in, and I'm playing in the little leagues, so there's always an incentive to play in that regard for me, as long as you do your daily. But yeah, we got reward cards coming. We have new reward cards. I know they showed 2 in this post, but I believe Bulldog has got the scoop and has revealed all of them. I haven't had a chance to watch that video yet. It's just been a crazy weekend. I have my son on the weekend, so I don't get a lot of time to sit on YouTube. I will have a flick through those, but I'll show the ones that are on this post in just a moment. And the plan for the changes is literally in a matter of days, so just over a week, next Tuesday. And the card reductions will start before the new season. Riftwatchers release date is estimated for August, and remember guys, Riftwatchers is supposed to be being purchased via SPS. I don't know if it's also vouchers. I don't see anything about that there, but I had heard that rumor. I suspect pre-sales will involve vouchers. That's kind of what we've got used to as well. But yeah, I guess we'll wait and see on that one. Riftwatchers prices of all prices will probably be well above where they're supposed to organically be at the start. So, I mean, I'll probably buy some packs and immediately sell the cards and then just buy them back when the market settles. You get a lot of people that like to play with the new cards straight away, and as a result of that, they buy them at inflated prices. We saw this with Chaos Legion, and it's happened with previous packs. It happens on all of these games. This is people just get excited and want the new toys. It happens on like physical card games even. So you know, the new Pokemon pack comes out and the Charizard will be like 200% higher than it will be in 3 months time once everyone else has opened their packs and pulled some. So I would not be surprised if that's the case. The Validator Nodes sale will literally start in 2 days time, and I know my buddy Simran's been blowing up my inbox about this. I still don't really know where I stand on Validator Nodes, in all honesty. I don't know if I'm going to get involved. It's quite a bit of money. The current price of SPS doesn't really make it particularly worthwhile. Yes, it will likely heavily push this because there's going to be a huge SPS burn anyway, but still, I'm a little bit... I don't know how quick the return of investment will be, and I'm not a money bags creator, so... yeah, I'm a single dad. I've got some debt from the past. I'm very careful with my portfolio. I don't FOMO with my investments on in crypto, and I make carefully considered plays, and that's the reason I don't lose anything in my portfolio. But as a result, I do tend to be a lot more hesitant to get involved in potentially big things like this. But yeah, I guess I'll wait and see. We got more marketing stuff going on, more partnerships. Google ads and YouTube ads are spinning up. I'm very excited for those. As you know, I've been very outspoken about the ones that are heavily shifted towards the mobile market, because the mobile app's just not very good. We had ones at concerts, we had ones on Snapchat. These are the ones that are only really people are seeing either of those with just going to have their mobile phone on hand, and I'm still frustrated. I can't, you know, I play through the Hive Engine app, so as a result I can't play tournaments or raid stuff, guild stuff. It's called brawls in this, they're called raids in other games. I can't do those on there, and I know I can if I go through like Brave browser, but for some reason my Brave browser on my phone just won't let my Hive keychain connect, so I can't get on that despite having it on my PC. So yeah, it's one of those frustrating things. Splinterfest dates are confirmed. Unless they're going to invite me and pay my flights, unfortunately I won't be involved. New tournaments, I'm always pumped for new tournaments. I love me some tournaments. You guys know I like tournaments. I love the esports scene. I think it's an area that Splinterlands could really help separate itself from the rest of the play-to-earn games. Many of them are just kind of fluff, really, aren't they? There's nothing to them other than the initial buy-in of tokens, whereas Splinterlands actually has a fun game. So I really hope they get behind, get some big sponsors involved, and really help spread the word of this game beyond the play-to-earn scene. I really think they should market this game as play-to-own more than play-to-earn, but that's a whole nother video. What else we got? So new team updates. Seen some performance issues. I have seen these. I've been a little bit frustrated with them, but you know, all games get these, so I'm not gonna bag on them. It happens. They fix them quickly. That's all we can really ask for in a game that is constantly seeing live updates like this. Q&A summary. We have already gone through these. Bronze 3 will be able to earn deck again. I had not heard that news. That's excellent. I'm very happy to hear that. 4 new players coming in, because Bronze 2, you know, you need to pick up a fair few cards for that. Bronze 3 you can get quite early on, like a couple of packs, even with bad pulls, and there you'll be. So I'm happy to see that again. Each league allows players to earn up to 150 chests. That's fantastic. I'm very, very excited for these changes. Let me know what you think about them. I'm very excited for these changes. More land stuff, unfortunately, doesn't involve me. I came in a little bit late. I saw the ads for land, and I didn't dive into the game. I was still hesitant at the time. Big regret of mine. I wish I'd gotten a little bit sooner. So win trading. I don't really understand how win trading works. If anyone wants to explain that in the comments, I'd be greatly appreciated. Yeah, there seems to be a group of players that kind of let each other win and things, but wouldn't that just hurt the other account? I don't really get how it works, but yeah, feel free to let me know. I'm glad they're cracking down on it regardless, because I have seen a lot of other people speaking out about it in frustrated terms, but I guess it's either just not affected me, or because I don't really understand the benefit for the person losing, or a 50-50 record, so I don't really get how it affects me yet. Riftwatchers is bigger than dice. I'm happy to hear that. And the new cards, guys and girls. Ever Hungry Skull looks pretty cool, I've got to say. We got Thorns, we got Flying. I don't really know what that one is. I don't recognize that ability off the top of my head. I got to say though, Vampiric Blossom looks awesome. I really, really want this card. I don't know about you guys, but I don't find Earth that good. Admittedly, I play in Silver, and I'm playing with mostly modern cards. But I find most of the fun Earth cards are wild format, so I don't really play it a lot. Outside of, it's really great if you want to climb from Novice to like Bronze 2, but other than that, it kind of falls off for me. I'll just play Dragons or something if I want to go Magic. But yeah, this is a card that I really like the look of. It brings, I would like to have this card and like Hunter Jacks together at the back. That would be really, really fun. And then you've got like Grund, and you've got like Slipspawn in spot 2. So they can't really hit Grund, and they can't hit your ranged cards, and you're just doing mass damage. That sounds disgusting and exciting to me. So that's a card I really have my eyes on. I hope I can pull. I will warn you guys, prices are probably going to go crazy right at the start once again, because the top league people will be pulling a lot of these cards, dumping them on the market, and people will be FOMOing because they want the new cards. So yeah, if you've got money to burn, feel free. Otherwise, I'd probably err on the side of caution, let the prices stabilize, then start picking them up, or just wait and get lucky. I mean, these are rares, and that's a common, so that's a crazy common. I've just realized that's a common. Good lord. So yeah, I would err on the side of caution, be patient. There's a lot of these reward cards minted, and until these upper league players start maxing out their cards, there's an excess. Obviously, once they all start maxing them out and go to the big leagues, there might be a bit of a panic, so keep an eye on these things. But fortunately with blockchain gaming, you can see this. You can literally see these changes and these moves being made, which allows you to prepare. It's a huge advantage that you have over Web 2 games. I think that's about all of the news in this one. Yeah, so another thing I really wanted to quickly touch on was that Peakmonsters now accept card bids through credits, which has got to be a fantastic thing for the States, I would suspect, where you know, you're having to go in a really roundabout way of buying things elsewhere. You can't just like buy deck in the game like people from the EU can. It's very, very simple for someone like myself to get deck in the game. I can just buy it directly through the game with a card and I'm in, or I can go through Binance and just transfer it directly, you know, Hive directly into my keychain and then purchase the stuff. It's very, very easy. But I know a lot of my US players that have followed me from like Star Wars Galaxy Heroes and such have mentioned these things are a little bit frustrating, but they can get credits easily. And now that credits and deck have more or less the same value, and you don't have to worry about your, you know, you buy a bunch of deck and you've got bids out, and then the deck value plummets, and you know you've got less money. That's, you know, the $30 you put into the game is now worth 20. You won't have that problem with credits. It just seems like the safer go-to for me, and I'm really starting to wonder what value deck has besides airdrops at the moment. Once airdrops are gone, I don't really know what I'll do with it. I probably should just sit on it until I can afford a card with it. I'm not really seeing any value to deck anymore, or any purpose for it. Now that I can do all the things that I need with credits, then I don't have to worry about their value moving. And it's easier to put in. I can just go straight through PayPal. So yeah, that's a really, really welcome change for me. It's just one less step I have to do, and I don't have to worry about even though it's a small fee, I don't have to pay a withdrawal fee on Binance. I don't have to pay a deposit fee on Hive Engine. So yeah, I'm more than happy with this move. I've already purchased 3 big legendary cards with credit since, so it's an awesome move. Shout out to the Peakmonsters team for this. I'm very, very excited to see it, and I know a lot of my, as I said, a lot of my US fans have already expressed how happy they are with this. So if you've not noticed that, go set it up, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Till then, we out of here.